students. Today we are going to study writing skill. Message writing. Today we are going to see message writing. We are going to see in that format with examples. Okay. So let us begin with message writing. Now student, what is message writing and why we are writing this message? Actually students, today we are having mobile phone. With the help of mobile phone we can talk to anyone. The person may be sitting in foreign country, abroad. He is far away from you, but then also you are able to speak to him within a second or whenever you wants to talk to him. But when people doesn't have mobile phone, or when there was no invention of mobile phone, only some people are having landline phones in their home. In that time it is difficult to give the message to the people. But here the message is like this, that we are going to write that message in a paper. Suppose somebody calls and said to give some information to your father, but your father is not at home. I am talking about landline phone. Okay. So your father is not at home. Now you want to convey that message to your father, but you want to go somewhere. Maybe you are going for a coaching class. Now how you will give that message to your father? You will go for a coaching class for 1 or 2 hours, but till then your father will back to home and you want to give that message. So you are going to write that message on a paper, and when your father will come back home, he will read from that paper, from that piece of paper. Okay. So this is called message. So let's see. A message is a short piece of information. It is a very short piece of information that is written, that is in the writing form. That is why it is written. For someone to whom you are unable to speak for some reason. It is a short piece of information written to someone, for someone, and why you have written? Because you are unable to speak to him because of some reason. Sometimes a message is passed on through telephone. Sometimes we just pass the message directly, you will get the message, or sometimes somebody calls you on the telephone, you get the message. Okay, so two ways of giving the message, either directly or by telephone. However, if the person for whom the message is meant is not available, then someone else receives the message and conveys it to the concerned person by writing it. Now what happens, sometimes the person is not at home to whom you have to give the message. The person is not available. Then somebody else will receive the message and then pass that message or give that message to that particular person for whom the message is meant. Okay. By writing it, you have to write and then give. Not directly you are giving by writing it. Okay. Now some points are there to be remembered while writing a message. What type of points you are going to remember when you are writing a message? A message does not need an address. First thing, message, you don't write an address because it's not a letter. That's why it's a small piece of information, short piece. It's a short composition, so you don't need any address. Okay. Second thing, message, you have to put that message in the box. Put message in a box. Third thing, the key points are to be very brief and precise. Whatever information you have to give, you should be very precise. In a short and simple sentences, you are going to write that information. Fourth point, message should be written in reported speech. Okay, message should be written in reported speech. Next is mention date and time of writing the message. This is very important, that you have to mention the date and time. At what time you got the message, you are going to write that, or at what time you are writing the message, that you are going to mention it. Next is name and signature of the sender should be put at the end of the message. At the end of the message, you are going to put the name and signature. You are going to put your signature also. Okay. Next, abbreviations and symbols can be used in writing a message. Now, what is this abbreviations? For example, you have to write year, Y-E-A-R, year. In place of year, you can write YR dot. This is called abbreviation. In place of year, YEAR, you are writing YR. In place of doctor, you are writing only DR dot. So this is called abbreviation. That means the small short forms, contraction forms you are going to use. Symbols also you are able to use. Different symbols are there that are also allowed in message. Next important thing is word limit. As I told you, this is a short composition, so only 50 words, not more than that. You are not going to give any information not related to it, or not going to write too much lengthy. Okay. Next, now let's see the format of the message. Say student, first you are going to make a box. This is very important. In the center of the first line, you are going to write message and that word in capital letters. Message word you are going to write in capital letter, you are able to see in the format. MESSAGE in capital you are going to write, and in middle of the first line. Then left side, leave one line after message and then move to left side. First is date. Now how you are going to write the date? You are not going to write, for example, I am giving you today's date, that is 4th November 2020. You are going to write full date, 4th, 4 and then TH, 4th November, full spelling, NOVEMBER 2020. You are not going to write 4/11/20 or 4/11/2020. Okay, you have to write full date. Next, leave one line, then name of the receiver to whom you are writing the message. For write the name of that particular person. Then comes the content, or say body. Then again leave one line and then do the signature. Okay, and last you are going to write the name of your name, the person who is writing the message, name of the writer of that message you are going to write at the end of the message. Okay, hope you understood this format. Now let's see some example. You, Rajat, receive a phone call from your father's office in his absence and have the following conversation with the speaker with a message for your father. As you have to go for your tuitions. Now you are Rajat. So name is given here. Who are you? You are Rajat. You receive a phone call. You got a phone call from your father's office, and you got this telephone call from your father's office. Okay. And in his absence, and have the following conversation. Your father is not at home. So, in his absence, you have the following conversation. You have a conversation with the speaker. Okay, with the speaker you are having conversation. Write a message for your father as you have to go for a tuition, as you have to go for your tuition class. So talk to your father. Next, Mr. Gupta. Now this is a telephonic conversation between Rajat and Mr. Gupta. Mr. Gupta, hello, is this 25258654? This is a landline number. Okay, that's why the person is saying like this. Yourself. Yes, may I know who is calling? Now you receive the phone and you will say, yes, may I know who is calling? Because it's a landline number, landline phone, you doesn't know the name of the person like in mobile, or from Truecaller you cannot search the name of the person. Okay, because this is a landline phone, so that's why he's asking, hello, is this 25258654? You say yes. May I know who is calling? I want to know the person who is calling. Mr. Gupta, I am Suresh Gupta. Can I talk to Mr. Mahajan? Now he said, I am Suresh Gupta and I want to talk to Mr. Mahajan. And what answer you will give? Yeah. I'm afraid daddy is not at home. Do you have any message for him? Now the child said, yes. I'm sorry, daddy is not at home. So, do you have any message for him? You have any message for him? Mr. Gupta said, yes. Please tell him that the meeting fixed for tomorrow, that is 15th June, has been cancelled. Now tomorrow's meeting is cancelled. You want to give this, Mr. Gupta give this message. Yourself. Okay, anything else? Now he said, okay, anything else you want to say? Mr. Gupta. Please tell him that we shall let him know as and when the next date for the meeting is fixed. Now we are going to tell him when the next meeting date will be fixed. Yourself. Okay, uncle, I shall tell daddy when he comes back. Now what he said? Okay, I shall tell daddy when he comes back. So this message you got from the telephone conversation. Now, first what you are going to do? You are going to make a box. In middle of that first line you are going to write in capital letters message. MESSAGE in capital letters. Then you are going to leave one line and left side you are going to write the date. Now that date was given that on 15th June the meeting is cancelled. So we are going to write 14th June. So 14th June 2020. You are able to see clearly the date. Then timing 7 p.m. Again leave one line and the message you are giving to your father, that's why papa, daddy, whatever you want to say, that you are going to write. Mr. Gupta called from your office on telephone. Now what he was saying, that Mr. Gupta called from your office, okay, on telephone. Now he called from your office and on telephone stating that the meeting schedule for tomorrow, that is 15 June, has been cancelled. Now what he said, that the meeting schedule for tomorrow, whatever meeting you are having tomorrow, was cancelled, that is on 15 June was cancelled. He also informed that they would let you know as and when the next date is fixed for the meeting. Now they are going to tell you the next date. This also Mr. Gupta said. After this, you are going to do the signature. Okay, and name is given to you Rajat. So before Rajat you are going to sign it and then close the box. Okay, this is your message. In a very short way you are going to write the message. Now one more example. You are Anita Anish. You stay in a hostel and share room with Meeta or Manish, your classmate. You have been detected with typhoid fever and some other complication. You are suffering from typhoid fever and some other complications. Okay. For this reason, you have to be admitted in hospital immediately. Now you have to admit to the hospital immediately. So draft a message telling your roommate why and where you are going and that you will be back in 7 days. Also request her to submit your maths notebook for checking. Now you got the message that your roommate is suffering. She is suffering from typhoid and now she is going to admit to the hospital and she will be back after 7 days. But she want one thing, that you can give her notebook for correction. Let's write down the message. It was given, you are Anita or Anish, and you have to give this message to Meeta or Manish. So first what you are going to do? First you are going to make a box. In center you are going to write message in capital letter. Leave one line and then write the date, whatever date you want. 4th November 2020, 5th November 2020 or 16th September 2020. I had written one date. Then timing. I am writing 3 p.m. Whatever time you want. Leave one line. Name. To whom you are writing this message? To Meeta. If boys want, they can write Manish. If girls are going to write Meeta, boys are going to write Manish. Then start writing. I am going to the hospital as I have been detected with typhoid fever and some other complications. I will be admitted in the hospital for 7 days. Please submit my maths notebook for checking. This is the message. Simple, no any other words, no any other statement of your own. Whatever is given in the question, that only you are writing. Then signature. Student, it's not possible for me to do the signature here. I have done, but it's not coming. So I don't understand why I'm not able to show you signature here, but you are going to do it and then write your name Anita. Okay. Now the third, one more question. Read the following telephonic conversation between Rahul and Sonu. Sonu is about to leave the home for school and will not be able to meet her brother Mohit. She leaves a message for him. Write the message in about 50 words. Sometimes it is given in the question that you have to write the message in 50 words. Now conversation between Rahul and Sonu. Rahul. Hello, can I speak to Mohit please? Sonu. He is not at home. I am his sister. Would you like to leave a message for him? Rahul. I am his friend Rahul. Kindly tell him that tomorrow we are going to Pragati Maidan where a book fair is held. In case he is interested, tell him to call me in the evening. Okay, this message Rahul is giving to Sonu and for Mohit. Okay. So what you are going to do? First you are going to write message word in the center, make a box, put the date 16 September 2020, timing 10 am. Leave one line for whom the messages for Mohit. So write down Mohit. Then Rahul called up or rang up. You can say called up because if somebody calls you on telephone, so you can write called up or rang up to inform that tomorrow morning they are going to a book fair organized at Pragati Maidan. If you are interested, then call him in the evening. This message is from morning, so call him in the evening. And then you are going to sign as Sonu and then write your name Sonu and close the box. Okay, this is your message. Hope you understood. Thank you.